Kid from Akron delivered. He promised to end Cleveland's decades of title futility by bringing a championship to the city. But this isn't about the end or the beginning. It's about the journey of a lifetime, a journey a decade in the making and counting of Eastern Conference dominance for whatever team LeBron James is playing on. 9 times in his 14 NBA seasons, he's led his team to the conference finals. 7 straight on his current run, and 3 consecutive trips in his second go-around right now with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So join us as we take a look back into the age of LeBron and the decade of dominance.
It's been wonderful to watch this evolution of LeBron James take that leadership step.
And then let's face it, a 22-year-old young man is not only carrying a team, he's carrying a city.
There won't be a reunion for this team. They didn't come close to finishing the deal. And there's no parade for second place, not even in title-starved Cleveland. But still, babyface LeBron James fulfilled his destiny. He led his hometown team to the promised land, to the 2007 NBA Finals, the first trip in franchise history. But he was still a mere monarch in training, and this Cavaliers team, upstarts for sure after a half-decade of the Detroit Pistons dominating the Eastern Conference, were a mere speed bump for the San Antonio Spurs, who swept them on the way to earning the Larry O'Brien Trophy. You might not even remember the players young LeBron dragged along for the ride. Staples in Cleveland, certainly, but not players who will go down in the annals as NBA superstars. No disrespect to fellow co-captain and point guard Eric Snow, big man Zydrunas Ilgauskas, power forward Drew Gooden, or shooting guard Larry Hughes, the other starters on that team. But no one thought the Cavaliers were championship ready.
The reigning All-Star Game MVP, LeBron James.
Sure, LeBron led all players in All-Star voting that season, but he was the Cavaliers' only All-Star, showing off his elite-level skills on the regular for a team that finished second to the Pistons during the regular season.
He's the one guarding LeBron. Trying to get the ferocious flush. Oh, my!
LeBron's season was a brilliant symphony that only had one sheet of music, and that was for the savior from Akron. It wasn't by design. LeBron had the Cavaliers ahead of schedule. They didn't make any significant free agent acquisitions that season. Proof that competing for a title so early in his tenure was not necessarily a part of the master plan. Yet they came alive during the playoffs. A first-round sweep of the Washington Wizards, who played without injured stars Gilbert Arenas and Caron Butler, paved the way for a conference semifinal showdown against Jason Kidd and the New Jersey Nets. James and his crew were up for the task. They finished off the Nets in 6 games, setting up a test of wills against the mighty Detroit Pistons, a team laced with veterans who had earned a championship in 2004, played for another in 2005, and the team you had to go through to play for a title. LeBron rebounded from a playoff scoring low of 10 points in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals to author his greatest NBA moment to date. He willed the Cavaliers to home wins in Games 3 and 4, and then delivered a playoff career-high 48-point masterpiece at the Palace of Auburn Hills. He scored the Cavaliers' final 25 points in a double overtime Game 5 thriller. With a huge assist from rookie sharpshooter Daniel Boobie Gibson, LeBron and the Cavaliers finished off the Pistons in Game 6, setting up a David versus Goliath battle against the Tim Duncan-led Spurs. If there was any doubt beforehand that the age of LeBron was upon us, there was none now.
Puts on the finishing touches.
Ultimately, the Spurs made quick work of the Cavaliers, sweeping them and showing just how far LeBron had to go to complete his destiny.
And there's the buzzer. The San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions once again. Their 4th title in 9 years.
And in a moment that foreshadowed a decade of dominance for LeBron and championship tussles to come, Duncan embraced LeBron in the hallway after the finals insisting that his time would come.
This is going to be your league in a little while, but I appreciate you giving us this year.
The glow of his Cavaliers jersey burned deep into the Cleveland sky. The image singed into LeBron James's psyche forever. This couldn't be real, could it? The hometown kid bolting before he delivered on his promise to bring a title to the land. LeBron running from the challenge, the task too daunting, the responsibility of carrying the hopes of a city, a region, an entire fan base was asking too much.
The impending free agency of LeBron James sends the impact of this collapse to another dimension.
There were all sorts of theories. The decision splintered Northeast Ohio when the words left his mouth.
This fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The hearts of Cavaliers fans everywhere were pierced. But the Cavs had tried and failed to win it all. LeBron was a free agent, and after 7 years of grinding and coming up short, he decided it was time to try elsewhere, in a place of his own choosing with superstar teammates who could help facilitate his championship dreams. Yeah, they burned his jersey. They vowed never to forgive him for betraying his legacy and turning his back on the folks who watched him grow from a boy to a man. Cavs owner Dan Gilbert chimed in, his venom-dipped letter, Comic Sans and all, chiding the self-proclaimed king for chasing glory elsewhere. LeBron's Q rating dropped through the floor. He was persona non grata back home. The fresh start he needed, though, was exactly what he found in Miami.
Oh, it's way to James.
The Heat needed a little time, roughly 17 games, to find the right chemistry between LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Maybe they would win not one, not two, not three, but many championships together. The lights never dimmed on the traveling roadshow that was their first season together. The era of the super team was real, and the Heat were at the forefront of the movement, a team whose core was set up to contend for titles basically forever. Sacrifices were made by all. The rewards, as Heat boss Pat Riley promised during his recruiting pitch, would be worth it. All that remained was the crowning ceremony.
We're just finishing off breakfast. I asked LeBron if that meant that the Boston Celtics were lunch, and he said yes, and the conference finals are dinner, and then the NBA championship is dessert.
The playoffs went according to plan. Philadelphia dismissed in 5 games in the first round. Boston run over in 5 games in the conference semifinals. And East #1 seed and MVP Derrick Rose polished off in 5 games in the conference round. Make quick work of Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks in the finals, and LeBron's championship destiny will be fulfilled. Only they couldn't follow the script to that final scene. LeBron and Wade took the moment for granted, laughing off and disrespecting Dirk along the way.
Oh, did y'all hear me cough? I think I'm sick.
They split the first 2 games at home, then split the next 2 in Dallas. The Mavericks every bit as worthy and ready for a title fight as the super team from South Beach. Overpowered in games 5 and 6, LeBron's record in finals games dropped to 2 and 8 as he watched the Larry O'Brien Trophy walk off the dance floor with someone else for a second time. Humbled on the biggest stage again, perhaps his critics were right. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Not yet, at least. LeBron's second season in Miami saw the Heat come back with a vengeance.
James puts it up, puts it in at the buzzer.
Still smarting from his finals failures of the past, he decided to embrace his new role as a league villain. If you have to wear the black hat to ride off into the sunset the winner, so be it. No more feelings attached, no mercy on anyone. It was time to win a title by any means necessary. 7 games were needed to vanquish the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, with LeBron playing at an otherworldly level from start to finish to push the Heat back to the finals.
This is the best game I've ever seen LeBron James play.
I agree.
9 years into this fantastic voyage, and LeBron finally realized his destiny. And it was at the expense of Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, players who would operate in his shadow in their own respective situations for years to come. Sure, there was drama along the way. LeBron and Eric Spoelstra had to find common ground. But there were timely contributions along the way from members of the supporting cast, the Mike Millers, the Shane Battiers, and the Mario Chalmers of the world. No one ever does it alone. But finally, the stigma was erased. The king finally had his crown. From ringless to back-to-back rings, that was the mission for LeBron James and the Heat in 2013. And guess who stood in the way? Tim Duncan and the Spurs. To be the best, you have to beat the best. And the Heat showed they were up to the task, even with LeBron succumbing to the pressures at AT&T Center early on in the finals. But his grip on the league couldn't get much tighter. In the midst of rewriting his legacy, adding one superlative after another on the biggest stage, the Heat's Big Three showed championship mettle for the ages. They needed a miracle shot from Ray Allen to stave off elimination in Game 6, a step-back three-pointer that stands as one of the truly iconic finals moments of all time.
Bosh, back out to Allen, his three-pointer, bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. Green blocked by Bosh. Game over. There'll be a Game 7.
One game on our home floor to bring home another championship.
LeBron finished the Spurs off with a 37-point, 12-rebound Game 7 effort, earning his second straight Finals MVP and cementing his legacy atop the basketball world. A three-peat for the Big Three was up next, and why not? They'd done everything else.
The Heat have gone cold. Ginobili on the finish! Flushes it with the left hand.
A rematch with the Spurs, though, proved to be more than they were capable of.
Wade blocked by Splitter.
The Heat were taken apart by the Spurs in 2014 finals, ending their 4-year run with a 2-2 finals record and sending LeBron into free agency that summer with thoughts of moving on once again. Could it be a move back home? The unthinkable.
Number 23, LeBron James!
I'm coming home. With those 3 words, LeBron James turned the basketball world upside down again by simply packing his bags in Miami and returning to his Northeast Ohio roots to take care of some unfinished business in a Cavaliers uniform. Hollywood couldn't have come up with a better script. Hometown kid makes good elsewhere, feels the tug of home, and decides that home is definitely where his heart is. Those jerseys that burned 4 years earlier, the 4 years of pain and misery experienced by all in Cleveland, it was officially the past. LeBron was coming home with one thing on his mind: ending Cleveland's 50-plus year title drought. With LeBron at the center of a new Big Three along with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, the expectations went through the roof. And the Cavaliers responded under first-year coach David Blatt, an NBA rookie charged with coaching the league's premier talent. The road wasn't easy. As always, there was plenty of drama involved. But LeBron led the Cavaliers to the finals in his first year back, his 5th straight trip to the championship round, despite not having Love after he went down in the first round of the playoffs with a shoulder injury. Kyrie injured his knee in Game 1 of the finals against the Golden State Warriors, leaving LeBron and the Miracles to get the job done on their own.
Iguodala has to throw it up, tried to draw the foul, won't go. Rebound, Shumpert. James has it, and that will do it. The Cavaliers take Game 3 of the finals.
They took a 2-1 lead and looked to be on the brink of the unthinkable, upsetting Kia MVP Stephen Curry and the Warriors, only to run out of gas down the stretch without their full complement of stars.
The dream season is now complete. The Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions.
They fell in 6 games, rekindling the chatter of LeBron's failures in the finals. For all that he'd done pushing teams to the limit, his finals record stood at 2-4. While Curry and the Warriors reveled in their win and smashed their way through the league the next season to the tune of an NBA record 73 wins, LeBron and the Cavaliers plotted their finals revenge. They had to weather the firing of Blatt 41 games into the season and adjust to the leadership of Tyronn Lue, whose no-nonsense, tough-love approach challenged everyone, including LeBron. But they felt things would be different this time around if they were healthy, no matter what the Warriors or anyone else believed. The rematch, LeBron's sixth straight season leading a team to the finals, saw the Warriors take a commanding 3-1 series lead. Doomed to another failure in the finals, LeBron's legacy would take another devastating hit. That is, unless he could lead the Cavaliers to an unprecedented turnaround in this series. No team had ever come back from 3-1 down to win a championship. Until now. With LeBron and Kyrie turning in jaw-dropping performances, in the final 3 games, the Cavaliers pulled off the greatest comeback in finals history, finishing it off in an epic Game 7 at Oracle Arena.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. Curry, one-on-one, Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. One dribble, steps back, puts up a 3. Won't go. Rebound tip taken by Spades. Final seconds. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again.
LeBron made good on his initial promise, the one he made as a teenager. He delivered on that long-awaited title to the land, ending Cleveland's title drought at 52 years. Cleveland was finally believing, and he solidified his legacy forever in Cleveland and beyond.